Hello there guys, Wayne here from Luna's World. So the purpose of today's video is to check out XPRealistic in helicopters and also in float planes and see what the added effects are. So starting off here in the Denali, and we're located at the 4th Avenue Plaza. And yeah, so we've got some specific effects here for helicopter. We have the blade slapping, which is you know, the sound of the rotor cutting through the air. Depending on your flight characteristics, a blade slapping effect might occur. We get some movement with that. There are some sounds already pre-programmed in, so we're going to just go with the Robinson. That's probably about the closest we'll get to the Denali. And then of course everything else still remains the same. So engine vibration, I'm actually going to tone this down a little bit. Probably about there, and of course we'll be checking out float splash later on. Ground, that won't really affect. Of course this will affect us. We'll see how much that is depicted. Again, natural movements over G, over speed, speed brake. Yeah, so a lot of this stuff is still applicable. So let's close up this and we'll give this a go. So really looking forward to seeing these effects in action. You guys should know that my flying skills in helicopters is not the best. But let's try and start with a nice little hover here. Look at that city down there. Amazing. Okay, and we'll just push us over the edge here. Whoa, insane. Insane, so good. Alright, so we do have some nice shaking effects here. And I'm going to push forward on the stick. Get us some ground speed, get us some air speed I should say. And I'm going to release the rudder now. And yeah, I think that effect is a little bit too much, so let me just come here. I'm wondering if this is going to be engine vibration and maybe acceleration. Let's just bring that down. See what that does. That seems a bit better here. Right, let's try and get some slapping going. Yeah, still need to tone that down. So that's still too much for my liking. Let's just go in here. So it's obviously not engine vibration. It's maybe something to do with this. Yeah. Okay, so that's the blade slapping movement there. Let's turn it up. Close that back up. See, that's much better. Much more realistic. And can't seem to invoke the effect yet though. The head roll is a bit too much for me as well. And we're going to overspeed. Yep. But, I mean, wow, is it immersive or what? It really is. Once you get the settings to your liking, it's really fantastic. Yeah, so the next thing I would change a little bit is the head anticipation. So let's go into here, and head anticipation, especially with yaw and roll. Pitch will come back a bit on as well, around 20. Let's see that, how that looks. Yeah, that's much more realistic for me. That's great. Really nice. Really nice. So what I can do is, try not to crash, I can go to profile here and I can link this to, once we start up another helicopter, there'll be a Denali profile in here. In fact, let me just show you. So what we'll do is we'll restart. Let's choose another helicopter. Let's go for, I am tempted to fly this thing, but it's so difficult. I'll tell you what, let's go to the R66, and yeah, I'll bring you guys back in a second. All right. So here we are in the R66 here, and I'm just going to make sure that X camera is enabled and that I have also enabled the XPRealistic plugin there. Okay, that's all good now. Just reset my view a little bit. Okay. So then now I can, if I wanted to, I can now select the Denali profile, and it's going to copy everything that we changed to this profile, like that. And we can now go back here, and if we click on, say, blade slapping, you'll see that it's kept our settings here. That's really useful, especially if you like a particular type of you know, a particular set of effects here, and you want to copy that across into various different aircraft and helicopters. So let's give this a try. Oops. Let's increase the throttle first. Now, actually, I'm just going to increase the volume a bit so you guys can hear the... Have I got my headphones in? Is that why? I think I have, but I don't quite know how to take them off. Headset here. Okay, well, let's just have a quick blast around in this. Okay. Okay. Trying to get a bit of blade slapping going here. Now you do need the right conditions for that to happen. So I'm going to be a bit rough with her. There we go. You could hear it a little bit there. It's probably too low for you guys to hear in this helicopter because of the headphones. So I'm going to switch to the Nimbus. Let's go Medvac. The Huey, and yeah, hopefully you'll be able to hear the blade slap in there. Alright, so you can already hear some blade slapping going on. Let's increase the collective here and get this beautiful thing up into the sky. Haven't flown this for a while, so if we crash into a building. Okay, now I think this helicopter does have blade slapping already, so what we might have to do, if we go to here, I think that we have a, yeah we do, we've got a Huey profile, so I'm going to whack the sound up and we're going to have a go at that. Okay, so again, because I didn't copy the profile, I would need to tweak the head movement and things like that. But there we go. I mean, oh, that's great. So cool. And this is really, really nice in VR as well. I've done a couple of tests in VR and very immersive, very, very realistic. Absolutely love it. So my answer to the questions that I've got, does it work with helicopters? Absolutely, it's amazing. Try it for yourself with the free 7-day trial, but you will not be disappointed. This will add a crazy amount of immersion to your helicopter flying. Really good. Right, shall we attempt to land it? Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Apart from just about everything. Yeah, guys, I'm going to chicken out. So I'm going to do some tests in some float planes. So let's go somewhere where the weather is hot and the seas are blue, and we'll check out XPRealistic float plane effects. So let's do it. Okay, so here we are in our Twin Otter float plane, ready to check out some of the effects here. Now I'm just going to go through the ones that will apply specifically to float planes. The first one is the float splash. When taking off or landing with the floats, you feel the splash of water as you build up speed. And of course you get sound as well. I'm going to increase the sound a bit because the engines on this are quite loud. So we're going to go, I don't know, try 90 just for effect. Now of course all the usual kind of effects still apply. And we also have water ambience. Now again, because we're in a sort of a city setting, I'm not quite sure what this will sound like, but we'll try that as well. In fact, can we hear it? It's difficult to hear over the sound of the aircraft. Anyway, so right, that's looking like a good takeoff point. So we're gonna unlock the anchor here, and we'll just try and get this thing up in the air. Now beautiful water sounds there. I can feel the friction. And let's lift off. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, just going to adjust my view a little bit. That's better. Let's go flaps up. So really, really nice realistic effect there on the sound of the floats creating the friction on the water. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to fly over to that port over there and yeah, have some fun. See, head anticipation working, and if I throttle back, we'll do a little stall here. We're really low to do a stall, but never mind. You'll see that all of those effects are obviously still enabled and working. It's hard to stall this plane. Alright, so we're going to attempt to land kind of down there. Let's get some flap out here. Okay, it's looking good. Really need that speed to come down. A bit turbulent down here. Whoa! Amazing. So we were definitely too fast there. That's why we had such a hard landing. But let's just jump outside, have a wee look. Very, very cool. Brings a huge amount of extra fidelity and realism to your float plane experience. It really does. Don't believe me? Try it for yourself. Download the 7-day trial, guys, and give it a try. But yeah, so I hope this has been useful. So we've checked out helicopters, so that answers that question. Float planes, and I really do urge you to go and download it and try the 7-day trial. Check things out for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. But I'm super impressed with the effects with the helicopters and float planes, and of course just the general amazingness, that's a new word, of XPRealistic version 2. So thanks again for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe and share and all that stuff, and we're going backwards. Why not? I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.